Hi, my name is Adam Watson. How are you today? I want to talk about what happened in Melbourne, Victoria on Friday with the synagogue, where it was firebombed while people were in the synagogue. It's very clear how we got to this situation in Australia. I'll tell you how. Mr. Albanese and Ms. Faruqi are allowing these people to come to this country and now start burning down our synagogues, burning our cars, damaging our houses and our property. Jewish people have to be protected here, Prime Minister. And I don't believe that you're going to do that. You're turning Australians against each other. And Australians, you need to start listening at Mr. Albanese is allowing these terrorists to stay in this country, and now they're burning down synagogues. And very clearly, we need to stand up. As Australians, we need to get behind the Jewish people today and say enough's enough. Mr. Albanese, you don't care about Australians. You talk big. Ms. Faruqi, you talk big, but you deliver nothing. All you do is you're turning the country against each other. Next thing that's going to happen in this country is Jewish people are going to start getting killed in their homes and killed on the streets of Melbourne and New South Wales, because people like Mr. Albanese and Ms. Faruqi allow this to go on. I start now call on the King Charles. King Charles, you should step in here, because Mr. Albanese has lost control of Australia by letting people's property get burnt to the ground. Jewish people, while they're praying in a place of worship, it's getting firebombed. What are you doing about this, Mr. Albanese? So King Charles, what you should do now is move a motion to disperse the Parliament and fresh elections to let the people decide what Mr. Albanese did and should he come back into power. But see, Mr. Albanese is really interested in one thing: going to weddings with underworld figures, allowing underworld figures to come back into the country who have been charged with very serious indictable matters. And the police think, why would we bother arresting these people if Mr. Albanese is out wining and dining with them and doing secret deals to let certain Ibrahim family members come back into the country so they can commit more indictable matters on people? What should happen, Mr. Albanese, is you should resign, and Ms. Faruqi, you should resign over what's happened with this terrorist attack on the Jewish people in Melbourne, Victoria. But see, Mr. Albanese won't, because he thinks that Jewish people are bad. He won't protect Jewish people from these terrorists and these people burning our flags, burning our cars and damaging our property. And when these people are caught, they'll go to court. Mr. Albanese, if they weren't born here, Mr. Albanese will let them stay and say, oh, they need to go to a terrorist rehabilitation program. What should happen if these people are caught, they're from overseas, the Governor General should instruct the ADF to put them on an RAAF plane and take them back to their country of origin. But it won't happen, because Labor are not tough on security. They're not tough on people killing, burning down synagogues, burning cars of Jewish people. Labor think it's okay to do all this, and they will not do anything about it. This is why, King Charles, you should step in as the head of the Commonwealth and disperse the government today and kick Mr. Albanese out of the lodge, kick Labor out of government, and allow for fresh elections to protect Jewish people from getting killed, their property getting burnt down, their synagogues getting burnt down. Next, what will happen, there'll be a terrorist attack at some school where Jewish kids will get killed, because Mr. Albanese and Ms. Faruqi allow this behaviour to go on. So King Charles, I reach out to you today to please get involved in what's happened, the head of the Commonwealth, and remove Mr. Albanese from government and his party, and install a temporary leader to protect Jewish people from getting killed, from getting their synagogues burnt down, their cars and the rest of it. Because Mr. Albanese, you've created this problem. Tony Burke, you will not step in and remove people. I've contacted your office, Mr. Burke, about a certain person who's committed very serious crimes in this country, and you do nothing about it because you don't care about Australians. You care about overseas people coming in here, killing our white women, burning down our synagogues, burning Jewish people's cars, and the rest of it. Jewish people, let's get together with good, hard-working Australians and remove this Prime Minister, and let's lobby the King Charles, to remove this Prime Minister and this Governor General, because she doesn't do anything either. She allows this sort of stuff to go on because she thinks it's okay. So let's get together as a country and send a strong message. Albanese, you need to go. Labor, you need to go. Look what happened in Queensland. Queensland has had enough and showed Labor the door. And look what's happening. Law and order's come back into Queensland. Their Attorney General's out looking at reviewing every case where people have been killed. White women have been killed in their homes. She's starting to review that to see if she can put these people back into jail. This is what we need. King Charles, please, bring Mr. Albanese out of government for what has happened over the weekend, because Jewish people are going to be killed, more synagogues are going to be burnt down, and schools are going to start to be burnt down by this Prime Minister because he allows this to go on. And very clearly, if Miss Faruqi wants to keep doing this to Australians, she should be deported as well. She wasn't born here. She's come here and ruined our way of life by turning everybody against everybody. And she thinks it's okay. What really the truth is that white people have to be scared to walk out of their homes and the rest of it, because people like Miss Faruqi allow this to go on. She's allowing people from Palestine and the rest of it to burn synagogues down, burn cars, burn flags, and write really bad stuff about Jewish people. Next, they'll go to schools and start killing Jewish kids. So we need to stand up now, and the Governor General should disperse the ADF. She has the power to disperse the ADF on the streets of Victoria, because Victoria Police, there's not enough members. They've all left because the Labor's so useless in Victoria. So disperse the ADF, put them on the streets of Victoria, and show people, if you start burning down these synagogues, this is what's going to happen. I also call on the Jewish leader, the Prime Minister, to stand up now and say, your people are under siege in Australia. Your people are getting their synagogues burnt down, and they're getting their cars burnt, their houses damaged, and kids could be killed from these people, Palestine people. And all they do is they go everywhere. They ruin our way of life. You tell them not to do this. They stick their finger up at people. They kill people. They burn the flags. And we say, oh, it's okay. Australians, let's stand up. Let's stand behind the Jewish people and send a strong message to Albanese. You've got to go, or King Charles, disperse the government. You have the power in the Constitution to do it. Jewish people, let's send a strong message to this Prime Minister. We will not tolerate this.